A groundbreaking development is taking place in Western New South Wales that could provide solutions to the nation's housing crisis. A 3D printing company is constructing a new toilet block in Dubbo that is set to be erected over the next few days. Now, Dubbo Mayor Matthew Dickinson and CEO of Contour 3D, Nick Holden, are both joining us now, thanks to technology, to talk about this game-changing work. Hey, Nick, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about this project and how are you doing this?
Yeah, look, it's been a fantastic project for us, and Dubbo Council have been excellent in their sort of facilitation of it. So, look, we're 3D printing an amenities block for them. So the old one was at end of life. So we've come in, we've designed it in an organic sort of way to use the capabilities of a 3D printer to create curves and shapes and, yeah, some really cool sort of features in this.
Amenities block is probably a better way than loo block, as I described it.
Toilet block.
I guess. Mayor, to you, to Matthew, why do it this way? Why not just get out there with some bricks and just brick by brick put it up?
We're actually trying to solve a problem that we've got, and it's a really good problem to have. We've got too many people that want to move to Dubbo, and we just simply don't have enough housing for all those people that want to come to Dubbo. So the process started around May last year. One of our councillors, Matt Wright, came up with the idea of looking at reserving some of our land from a future residential land release for 3D printed housing. So we reserved 4 blocks of land, and it was quite amazing. From that, out of the woodwork, we had companies from all over the world contact us saying, can we come and 3D print a house there for you in Dubbo? And we said, well, that's fantastic, but we're not quite ready for it yet. We've got to get the land ready to go. But in the meantime, as Nick said, we had this toilet block that was end of life, needed to be replaced. And so we thought, well, maybe this is a good place to start on. And if we want to print a house, we're going to get someone who lives in that house, and that might be a bit daunting for someone. They might be a bit concerned about living in it. But if we do something that's relatively simple, simpler than a house like a toilet block, then I think people can see that and they'll say, well, maybe we actually understand it now, we're comfortable with it, so moving to a house mightn't be as scary. So we thought we'd go to tender for this, and this tender specifically said this toilet block needs to be 3D printed.
Now, in terms of seeing it, Nick, is that what we're seeing behind you? Are you at the site right now?
Yeah, I certainly am. So we're on day 3 or 4 at the site here, and we should finish the print today. So look, it's a really fast construction method, and it just goes, it's a tortoise and the hare. We just go layer by layer by layer, and the machine is stopped at the moment, but normally it doesn't stop for lunch, it doesn't care, it just keeps going.
And in terms of, what you need, the resources to actually make it work, is it about the same in terms of the actual raw materials?
Yeah, look, it's our own proprietary mix called Contour. So at the moment we've got 40% recycled mix of components in the mix. Coming towards the end of this year, we'll be up to 75%. So it's a really eco-friendly, very high-performance, sort of 50 MPa concrete mix.
Mayor, if I could ask you as well, jumping ahead, when do you think you will be ready for those 3D printed homes? I know you said council wasn't quite ready right now. What's the aim?
Well, based on the interest in this, and it's been actually quite good going over to the site, watching people come past it. I think if we sold tickets for $10 a pop, we'd pay for the cost of this toilet block itself. But with the interest there, I think people are actually already saying, right, when can we have a house? So I think people are really ready to do it. We've still got to finish the development of that land that we're setting aside some of those blocks for. I don't expect that land to be ready till the end of the year, but maybe we'll look at some other land somewhere in Dubbo that's already ready for development now, because there has been so much interest. I think we should probably take advantage of all that interest that's out there. And again, if we can construct housing faster, I've already spoken to the Housing Minister for New South Wales, Rose Jackson, about this problem, because there are other places that have this same problem. If we can build housing quicker and cheaper, then I think that helps us across the entire state, not just here in Dubbo, solve our housing crisis.
That is so true. All right, Mayor Matthew Dickinson and the CEO of Contour 3D, Nick Holden, thank you both for joining us today. Great work. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
See you, gents.